Alrighty, y'all. This museum has been highly requested in dozens of comments over the last few months, and this is, of course, the Mercedes-Benz Museum, and this is in Stuttgart, Germany, of course. Recently, a few weeks ago, we looked at bits and pieces of the Audi Museum in Ingolstadt, and that was really impressive. I was amazed by it. Had some really cool features, and of course, awesome history with a great collection of cars, motorsport, race cars. You name it. It was really cool. I'm told this Mercedes museum is top-notch as well. So we're going to be looking at bits and pieces of some different clips. These will all be linked down below. Make sure to check them out in their entirety in browser channels. Let's see some Mercedes action. I got my Udamog hat on, so I'm repping Mercedes today a little bit. Here we go. So on the outside, of course, very impressive looking. Just like the Audi one was really cool as well. This one looks really grand. And actually, it's funny. When they zoomed out, it didn't look that big until you see people in front of it. Then it's like, oh, it's actually huge. Wow. Damn, just walking in looks like an experience. Even the doors are fancy. It's funny how, like, all these little details are so different. Like, of course, there's tons of different building designs and windows and doors here in the U.S., but somehow this is way different than anywhere I've seen. It's really weird, right? Oh, shit, look at that. Is that AMG 1 thing, right? It's pretty much like a F1 car for the road, almost. What a beast. Oh my god. Jeez. It's one of those cars that maybe I'm the wrong person for it. I feel like that car is just too exotic, like too nice. I wouldn't even want to drive it on the street, right? I mean, it's too much. You need to be on a track, and even then I'd be afraid to drive it. Just wouldn't want to crash it or even scratch it. It's just too damn nice. And so moving on inside, of course, this is where it all started, right? Mercedes, the world can thank them for starting this world we live in with automobiles. Kind of crazy to think about. I mean, look at all the old vehicles they have. It's actually really neat. Like, I wonder if some of these are replicas or if they're all, like, mostly original. If they are, that's extremely impressive. I mean, look at the plethora of ancient vehicles here. Really, kind of mind-blowing. It really gives you that kind of sense of how far we've come in a relatively short time. Then moving on a bit, this looks to be probably around 20 or 30 years later, probably 1910s, 20s. Look at that. First modern automobile right there. It's crazy. Look at that. First of all, even disregarding the hundreds of amazing vehicles, just the architecture of this building is freaking awesome. Like, just everything, the floors, the surfaces of everything, the lighting. It's very aesthetically pleasing building. It's got a great view, too. Stuttgart looks pretty because you have this, you could see parts of the city. It's got some big hills or small mountains, I don't know what you'd want to call those, right outside. I mean, it's a very scenic area. Pretty cool backdrop. Looks to be maybe sunset, yeah? Very cool. I want to see these buses, come on. It's crazy to think about, too. One thing I've really learned on this channel is, obviously I knew about Mercedes since I was little because we do have Mercedes cars. And, they're very sought after here. They're seen as like you're very successful if you have a Mercedes here, at least in the U.S. But it's funny because worldwide, especially in Europe, especially in Germany, there maybe have more of a different status. Like, it's just a domestic trusted brand, right? Might not be seen as like this kind of unattainable for some people, like expensive car. I think it's more normalized in Germany naturally. And also the fact that they make so many vehicles that maybe we don't get here, even though we do have the brand here. We don't get all the vehicles, of course, because Mercedes seems to make everything, like buses, you know, any type of transportation, you know, big trucks, agriculture equipment, railroad equipment, you name it. It's kind of amazing the expanse of models they make. And we fast forward to, I don't know if this might be 40s, 50s, 60s era. Really, really freaking cool. I don't really know anything about old Mercedes-Benz vehicles, but I could tell you what, they're pretty damn cool, dude. They've always had an extremely unique design language. It's kind of one of those car companies, I feel like, that even though I'm not an expert on older Mercedes, they're just recognizable. And I think that's kind of really cool when a brand can convey itself so naturally that they're just recognizable. You may not know much about it, but you know that's a Mercedes, right? So I couldn't tell you much about the drivetrain or, you know, special features of any of these cars we're seeing right now, but I can tell you what, they're beautiful. And Jesus, this thing have gull-wing doors? That's, see, I don't know exact name of the model, but someone sent, it's somewhere behind me, someone sent in mail time gull-wing. It must have been this similar to this car that had gull-wing doors. I think that's so freaking cool, dude. I have to look further into this. But yeah, they just have like this element about them where it's like, you know, that's a Mercedes. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Look at these ambulances. These are probably a little older, yeah? Probably an old fire truck. God, they make so many vehicles, dude. This is a really cool museum. I love how it's presented. It's like obviously way multi-floor, and they have it sectioned out pretty cool, right? With themes. Like these are big, you know, emergency vehicles. This right here. There's an Unimog. This one's badass too. Look, it's got all these attachments, got the chains on the tires. This thing's a badass machine right there. One of the craziest vehicles. It's the best combination ever of a truck and a tractor all in one, and it truly is. Look at these medical cars. That's cool. AMG medical car. Oh, it's for Formula One. That's freaking awesome. Wow. Whoa, what is this thing? What is that? That is freaking cool. And this red two-door like coupe is pretty awesome as well. Princess Diana's 500 SL. What? Oh my God, that's wild. Wow. That is pretty cool when you see really iconic cars like that. What is this one with the crazy paintwork? CLA. What is this? Is that, how does this even work? Is that a vinyl wrap? Or is that somehow paint, which I wouldn't even know how that would work? I don't know what it is. These are cool. I remember seeing these in like older movies, I think. These big, brash cars like this. These old Mercedes. I'm assuming these might be like 60s or 70s. These things are freaking awesome, dude. That thing looks like it was probably built like a tank. I'm assuming this is like a really strong car. Oh, this is what I want to see. Hell yeah. How cool is that for the motorsports exhibit? They're literally on like a track. Oh, that is so freaking cool, dude. I got to look more into these trucks too. How neat is that? Racing Mercedes trucks. Oh, look at these. So many iconic cars. Tons that I don't even know much about that are on my list to learn about. Damn. How freaking cool, dude. Look at that up close. I didn't know that you can go right down there. Wow, look at these Formula One cars. They're so sleek. Damn. And those like prototype Le Mans type cars. Wow. Dude, even their freaking Formula One cars look classy. How do they do it, man? I think it's that Mercedes like grayish silver. It's so premium looking. I don't know. Just hits different. Look at this car. What in the hell is this? This thing looks like I don't know, like a fighter jet for the ground. This is a 1939. Jeez, I wasn't thinking it was old like that. A 1939 Mercedes-Benz. Oh boy, Valtrekorwagen. I don't know. That's probably so wrong. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's that thing. T80. Let's call it that. It's a V12. My goodness. Massive V12 at that. Holy crap, 373 miles per hour? 600 kilometers per hour? What in the world? Designed by Ferdinand Porsche. Powered by the DB603 Aero engine. Oh my god, it's a freaking airplane engine. 3,000 horsepower. Why have I not heard of this thing? Oh my god, World War II prevented the car from being fully completed. No. So is this like a unofficial land speed car that might have been the fastest in the world, but maybe not enough wheels on the ground, so to say, or enough testing done to solidify it? What? Dude, that thing is straight wicked. I can't believe they were making this in the 30s. How crazy is that? Can you imagine what that looked like back then? Looked like a alien spaceship. And then this is from the Mercedes-Benz channel, so be linked. These will all be linked like always. Look at how crazy this drone footage is. This place is freaking so cool, dude. I don't know why these just hit different to me. They're so premium looking. The architecture is just awesome. Look at this drone work. How did they do this? How did they in one take fly this thing, get some cool angles, have a guy open the door, they fly the drone in? This is absolutely insane. Even their freaking videos are nuts. I don't want to get copyright. Sounds like there might be copyright music there. But yeah, you'll definitely have to check this out. I will have this link so you can watch this whole thing as it's supposed to be. There's no way they flew this drone in here. Dude, what on earth? I have a couple drones. I don't fly them much, but when I do, my first drone I got years and years ago, I did crash very violently into a tree. I don't know how this guy, whoever's flying this, my goodness. Certified drone pilot. I don't know if that's a thing or not. No friggin' way. There's no way, right? This has got to be computer generated. There's no way they're flying this drone into historic cars over plains, like in these tight spaces. There's no way it's happening, right? No. Oh, hell no. There's no way. I can't take it. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's also the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever seen. Yeah, this will be linked down below. I highly suggest you check it out. Well, there you go. That is the beautiful-looking Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart. Gorgeous. Really well-presented place. Definitely on my bucket list. I think you guys know by now. Definitely would love to go to really anywhere outside of the U.S. Like I just have an itch, like most people do, to travel the world, theoretically. But I would love to come to Germany and just... I mean, of course, there's so much to see, but, dude, just talking about automotive bucket lists in general, man, I'd be hitting up all these museums. This just looks like a ton of fun to me. Beautiful place, cool company with amazing history and tons of awesome cars for me to drool over. And an unexpected surprise at the end with that video. That is definitely one of the coolest, if not the coolest drone video I've ever seen in my life. So... yeah, I don't know how they did that, but they did. So I can't wait to hear your comments and keep up your awesome suggestions, as this was obviously suggested many times. I would love to hear if you've been to this place. How was it in person? I'm imagining it's even better than it was just through a computer screen. I hope your week has been great. I do appreciate you watching. It's going to be it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.